Hi, come on bros, and welcome back to MK the Breather YouTube channel. This is MK Reacts. Today we're gonna watch a program. I watched it a while ago. I remember bits and pieces, but the show is actually about one of our good friends. Actually my daughter's godfather, and I think godmother was in this too. But the secret love of pea dealers. The bro was caught up in the drug game, as a lot of people in New Zealand are, and I think this is just about how he. Oh shit, I can't remember. I'm not gonna spoil it actually. We'll just let it play. But I wanted to react to this, just to give it a bit more, put it out there a bit more, because the bro that you all meet in here is actually doing so well right now. He's come a long way from his past life and moved to Australia to live a better life, and now he owns his own business. He's doing real well. His kids are beautiful, bro. His family is beautiful, and we're lucky enough to be able to have them in our lives. This is the secret lives of pea dealers. Let's get straight into it. Hati at the party. Woo. Let's get it, bro. Miriama, kamo.
P or pure methamphetamine. This year, the drug has exploded into the headlines once again, bringing with it heartbreaking stories of addiction and loss. But we haven't heard from those who sell the drug until now. Tonight, two men lift the lid on our lucrative meth trade. They're coming clean about what they did and how they did it. While selling P brings big rewards, the risks are even greater. Now, this story does include some confronting material. Here's Jahan Casanada.
You want to play the game, you want to live the so-called life of a gangster.
This is the bro Jason.
So this is what it takes.
Jason Rogers,
This is my daughter's godfather.
drug dealer.
Right, the cameras are rolling.
I've been highly addicted to methamphetamine, distributed methamphetamine for over 11 years.
He's about to explain how he got caught up in this dark and dangerous trade.
Did you think you were good at what you did?
I knew I was good at what I did.
Well, you know you're good when you haven't been caught.
No matter where you live, P is pervasive. More than 25,000 of us have used it in the past year.
Some people hunt all night to find the drug. The whole rush before you even smoke it can be euphoric. You know, you're feeling, boom, yeah, I'm alive already.
The rush of finding it. Sorry, I got my pen. The rush of looking for it. I suppose it's just like the same rush that you get out of trying to find a female, or I don't even know, bro. I never been into it. I've been surrounded by it my whole life. My mum smoked pea since I was 12 or 11 or 12, so been around it my whole life. But yeah, never experienced it firsthand.
Chuck it in a pipe, hit it with the lighter, start smoking the fumes. Yeah.
Jason had his first taste back in 2000.
Felt like the veins had woken up and grown a few more centimeters. Makes you feel strong, makes you feel empowered. I guess it gives you balls. Some people use it just to do the gardening or mow lawns or go and watch their kids do sports or whatever it may be. For me,
Yeah, I only quite a few people who used to just do it just to do their daily chores.
it was a lot of sexual desire.
Oh, Crystal. Man, they look young as.
Jason had a young family. He was out of work and thought he could make some cash by selling meth.
But
But first, he had to get his hands on it.
A lot of the cooks are kids from school who were good at science.
Cooking meth is a toxic process. The ingredients are volatile and the evidence is hard to erase.
A lot of cooks, they end up in jail. It's a vicious, ugly cycle for the cook.
So you don't want to be a cook?
Hell no.
Jason hired 3 people to make meth for him.
So I would get it off the 3 cooks that I was working with and pass it down to the 4 workers who I had working for me. They would do whatever they did with it. I didn't care, just show me the money. Jerry Maguire, show me the money.
So you were selling to only 4 people, and those people sold it to how many?
50, 100 each.
Jason says his meth was soon being sold from pea houses across Auckland.
20 cars in an hour, $100 bags, $50 bags.
Who was buying it?
Business professionals, nanas, grandparents, builders, truck drivers, you know, they're using it. Yeah, it's pretty amazing who isn't, really. It's not just people on the lower end of the ladder, definitely not.
From the outside, it seemed Jason was a caring, hands-on dad.
The kids had everything and we loved each other.
He even volunteered for charity.
You know, I'm a massive supporter of breast cancer awareness, wearing my pink tutu and pink nail polish.
But it's still the same, still a Father of the Year every year.
But others could see past the facade. Jason says someone dobbed him into the authorities, claiming he was selling drugs.
The guy turned up, he came in, had a look around, was blown away that, no, this looks like some white person's house. There's beautiful family photos everywhere, there's kids' trophies and ribbons and banners. And then rung back and said, oh, we're just closing the case and there's nothing.
Jason believed if he stayed under the radar, he wouldn't get busted.
One thing I always said to people was, you don't want to be a movie star. You want to just be a part-time actor. The cops and everything aren't worried about the part-time actors, they're worried about the movie stars.
Wow, yeah, hard.
Godfather 1, 2 and 3, you know, Scarface. I really
1, 2 and 3.
looked up to these sort of movies.
Leila Tele wanted the Hollywood lifestyle.
I thought that I was the man. I just wanted to try and prove myself, to make a name for myself.
But his past was pretty ugly.
I just wanted to be the toughest,
It doesn't look like a mobster.
baddest Samoan mobster. I ended up in jail, charged and convicted for rape. I went to the prison the second time for aggravated robbery. I spent 8 years straight in prison. When I got out of jail, I got introduced to methamphetamine.
Did you know what the drug could do?
No, I had no idea. I didn't indulge in the drug. All I cared about was the money.
Like Jason, Leigh considered cooking meth.
Tried it once and I nearly blew the house up that I was in, so I walked away from it. It wasn't my cup of tea. I got hold of a bag, which was an ounce. I gave it to another brother and he came back with just under $25,000 and, you know, it blew me away. This here.
See, how would it be so tempting to be able to do that, bro? Especially when you're living week to week, like day to day, and then all of a sudden you've got this opportunity to make thousands of dollars just by being in amongst, like, yeah, not even cooking it or smoking it or doing anything. You're just buddy passing it on to someone else to do, and then they do it and come back with thousands of dollars. Be tempting not to get amongst it, but
Yeah, it's better than robbing banks. You know, I must probably make more money in a week than what a lot of people would make in a year. On a slow week, you know, anywhere between, 30, 40 grand, you know, on a slow week.
And on a good week?
Anywhere up to 80 grand, all tax-free. Whatever I wanted, you know, whatever cash could buy, I could get. You know, I had warehouses full of old school Fords and all the late model cars.
Leigh says
what would, I wonder what the front was like. How would you say that you got all this?
he shared his newfound wealth with his mates.
I thought they gave me the ticket to carry on doing what I was doing.
people were watching all these movies and thinking that, well, maybe I should deal, there's a bit of money to be made here. Before they do that, they should just take a breath.
Kirk Hardy, a former drug squad cop, has seen many Kiwis seduced by meth.
You're talking about something 6 times more pleasurable than sex. So you can see probably the appeal to it to a lot of people. People start selling it because they themselves get addicted.
Kirk reckons our pee problem is getting worse.
Bro, it's only ever gotten worse too.
Signs are increased violence.
Such a common thing in New Zealand now. Fuck, it's sad, man.
Crime, increased workplace drug testing statistics, increase in seizures at the border.
Selling meth is risky. Dealers are being watched by gangs and drug syndicates.
It's a seedy world. A lot of paranoia, a lot of mistrust, a lot of violence, and it's certainly not like the movies where you see it all sort of glamorous.
Can that lifestyle last?
No, it comes to an end, and it comes to an end in various ways. People get caught, they get greedy, it gets so bad that they just lose control.
So what's the worst case scenario?
Well, worst case scenario is they take a dirt nap.
Jason knew his time was running out.
Did you ever think you'd be in this position?
No.
Up next,
he was always angry, always really aggressive.
the stakes are raised
I was destroying people, and I didn't care.
and the game nears an end.
Now, what sort of beast had I become? I just got consumed by the drug. Instead of me managing the drug managed me.
Jason thought selling pee would give him freedom. Instead, it left him trapped.
Did you worry about getting caught?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you'll be making a lot of money, but all the lives that you're affecting, then you'll start getting paranoid, and yeah, I can only imagine how hard it'll be.
Oh, every day. But that was the whole adrenaline about it too. See a police car while we're driving along, It takes a lot to live a double life,
Were you paranoid?
It's not paranoia, brother, it's been onto it. Had baseball bats scattered around the house and Rambo-style knife up on the china cabinet.
We had like multiple locks on each door.
Oosh,
In one of the rooms we had tinted windows and we had 6-foot fences that we couldn't see out of.
To protect his business, Jason used violence, even in front of his kids.
And I was a bit scared of him. He was always angry, always really aggressive.
Just teaching them that this is what you do to people who owe you money. You don't let people shit on you, you don't let people walk all over you. I was ruthless.
Ruthless enough to supply the drug to his own partner, Crystal.
I was feeding her. She was more or less just along for the ride because I was encouraging her to use.
Crazy to see how far they've come. They've definitely come so far since back in these days.
There's times where I've said, no, I just need sleep. But Jason's just so into it, and his mates are into it, and you just don't want to be the party pooper. You've got all this energy and you feel invincible. The next day you're tired and you've got no motivation to do anything and your body's wanting more.
Jason thought he'd be a dealer for life. He signed up for a kickboxing class to perfect his punches.
I was a brawler. People knew that I was always keen to fight.
But he got...
Still got it on them too. Still can rumble.
More than he bargained for.
Has anybody seen somebody that's on the pee? Do you see their gums?
Yes or not?
And their teeth? Some of them, they lose their teeth.
Unbeknown to Jason, the class was part of a community ministry.
When you're addicted to drugs, what happens? You'll do anything to get that hit. Hey.
Jason started to wonder who he'd become. The drug had taken over his life, and his kids could see it.
Yeah, they saw me at my worst. I lost their trust. They were afraid of what I would do. It just sort of made me really think, is this all I'm destined to be? Is this the greatest that I can be? I mean, I got friends, you know, living in one-bedroom housing type situation because I took all their money, or I supplied them with a lot of drugs that made them more addicted. A guy attempted suicide because of me. When that sort of happened, that was an eye-opener for me.
So he was someone that owed you money?
Not a lot of money. It's only $350. You know, what sort of beast had I become?
Oh, yeah. Makes it even harder knowing the bro too.
It's an evil drug. And it's a drug that destroys families. It's a drug that destroys and breaks up marriages. You don't care about anyone else. It's all about yourself.
And for many years, you sold that drug.
Yes, yes.
While dealing meth, Lay never actually smoked it, but when he finally tried it, he got hooked.
It's when you're coming down off the drug. Now that's where the havoc, where the danger is. I'd be so angry. You know, just smash the house up and smash the cars up.
Lay was so obsessed with the drug, he even sold 60 grand's worth at his dad's funeral.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I really feel remorseful for, you know, the pain that I put a lot of people through. I couldn't see it then. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the damage that I was a part of.
While Lay was busy selling meth, his eldest daughter committed suicide.
I believe that I never affied or loved my daughter the way I should have. You know, I just know that life would have been a lot different. I really believe that, you know, life would have been a lot different if I was the father I am today.
Today, P is the furthest thing from Lay's mind. 7 years ago, he stopped selling it.
It was like a light switch went on. And then I knew there was, hey, the way I'm living was totally wrong.
He moved his family down country to a new town.
Is the fire still going all right in there?
To a simpler life.
We still have our ups and downs. We run out of money, most probably Monday, Sunday, you know, but we open up our fridge. We always have kai. The joy that I have today is that I don't have to look over my shoulder anymore. I'm so grateful that I'm not a part of a life that was just causing so much havoc.
Bye, Mum, love you.
I just want to make something very clear. I don't want to highlight or gloat about that lifestyle. I just want to let people know where my life was.
Nothing's impossible. People probably looked at us and thought, that's them forever. They're going to be doing that for the rest of their lives, and it's not true.
Crystal and Jason broke free of their addictions. He says he hasn't sold P for 2 years.
Me and my family are where we are because of God's grace.
He's always surrounded by good people now. I can trust him more.
That feels beautiful. You know, it makes my heart, which was a rock before, which is really tough, it softens it.
What is your life like now?
Relaxed, easygoing. We're not stressing about where Dad is.
No longer destroying people's homes, he's now fixing them up.
From 2 years ago, as a full-blown meth dealer, to 2 years later, starting up my own business and things like that. Who would have thought, you know?
Jason and Lay say they wasted the money they made and there's none left. Neither of them were prosecuted.
Some days I question, will I still be safe? Will my family still be safe?
Both men want to make the most of their second chances by encouraging others.
I'm ashamed of what I did. I'm only but sharing my testimonies just to inspire people and to show them hope.
I think it's great. If these people have turned their lives around, you know, they deserve a chance. They've been there firsthand. So we need to listen to what they've got to say.
The parents out there whose children are going through the same thing that I went through, just don't give up. Don't give up on them.
How does it feel to be free of the drug?
Peaceful. Feels light. You know, just feel like a bird, feel you can fly.
You couldn't pay me $1 million to go back to where we were.
Really?
Yeah.
Very powerful. Now, if you're struggling with addiction, there are people who can help. Phone the confidential alcohol drug helpline on 0800 787 797.
Oh, there you go. That was The Secret Lives of P Dealers. And wow, out, man. What a story. The bro, I always knew the bro had Jason had gone through a bit, but actually going through and watching that again was just like, wow. Yeah, he's come a long way, man, and their family is such a loving family now. Like I said, we're lucky enough to meet them through our local rugby team. Our young fella plays rugby with their young fella, and then we connected over being like the only Islander Maldives in our team, and we've been good friends for the past 3 years. And yeah, man, crazy to see how far they've both come. The bro's really doing well with his business. Like I said, my mum had been smoking it since I was young, and her partner at the time was making it, and he was just giving me all the leftovers, and she tried to get me on it when I was young, and tried to get all my family onto it. And yeah, she's given it up. She's been off it for the last few years. So that was such a powerful documentary, and well spoken by both the dealers too, Jason and I forgot the bro's name. What a story. And it's even better to be able to see Jason and all the kids and how far they've come, and makes me proud, so proud of them, man. And we're so proud to be able to call them our daughters godparents, because they're beautiful, such a beautiful family. They look after us, look after her, and we couldn't be happier to be able to know them. So yeah, make sure you take the time. Never judge anyone, bro, by what they've done in their past. Try and take the time to get to know people, because you know, regardless of what they've done, what they're doing, you know, there's still a heart in there somewhere. Hope you enjoyed that, my bros, and yeah, wow. Big shout out to the Rogers family. Love you guys, and yeah, that's me, my bros. I'm gonna go and have a cry now. Yeah. Jeez.